video, we're going to discuss about autoimmune diseases. Autoimmune diseases. Autoimmunity is due to the abnormal immune response in which the immune system fails to properly distinguish between the self and non-self and attacks its own body. That is autoimmunity. That is the immune system has to find the antigen of the foreign particle and it has to destroy it. But in autoimmunity, the immune system fails to recognize its own self, that is own cells, that is own tissue or the cells, which is it doesn't able to identify its own cells. So it start destroying its own cell. So due to that, the body got affected. Due to this, auto means self immunity. So it affects the self. It affects the body of a person, within the body of the person itself. Our body produces antibodies and cytotoxic T cells that destroys our own tissue. That is, due to this failure, that is, it cannot able to identify the self and the other organisms. So what it creates? It produces antibody and cytotoxic T cells which going to destroy its own cells in our body. So if a disease state results, it is referred to as autoimmune disease. So the immune system fails to identify its own cells and it destroys the own cells. That condition is called autoimmune diseases. So thus, autoimmunity is a misdirect immune response. So we can say this autoimmunity as misdirected immune response. So due to some misunderstanding takes place in our body, due to that only we are getting this. So we can say this autoimmunity as autoimmunity as misdirected immune responses. Autoimmunity is evidenced by the presence of autoantibodies and T cells that react with host antigens. So there are some evidences about this autoimmunity, that is, it produces autoantibodies and T cells which going to react with the host antigen itself. Okay. So due to this, the host tissue is going to be destroyed, the own tissue. So when the cells act as antigen in the same body, they are called autoantigens. So the cells which is acting as an antigen of the same body, they are called as autoantigens. So auto means self. Autoimmune disease in humans can be divided into two broad categories, that is organ specific and non-organ specific. That is organ specific and non-organ specific, which is also called as systematic autoimmune diseases. So the autoimmune diseases can be divided in two categories, that is organ specific and non-organ specific. In organ specific disease, the autoimmune process is direct mostly against one organ. So organ specific disease, it going to point it out the particular organ. So there the immune system will be attacking the particular organ that is that one particular portion only, that is particular organ only going to target. So autoantibodies may block the function performed by the organs. So this autoantibodies, what is the antibodies has to kill, normally the antibodies has to kill the antigen of the foreign particle. But here the antibodies are created by our body itself, that is called autoantibodies. This is going to attack the organ not to function properly. So examples, that is Hashimoto's thyroiditis, Graves' disease thyroid gland, Addison disease adrenal glands. So you can see here, this is Hashimoto thyroiditis, that is it functions, that is here the thyroid won't function properly because of the autoimmune disease. So it blocks the thyroid gland. So due to that you got this Hashimoto thyroiditis. And here Addison disease, it is also one of the hypothyroidism gland only, the Addison disease, and this is one Graves disease. So these three diseases are the example for autoimmune diseases. Hope you understand the topic. If you have any doubts, post your doubts in the comment box. If you want to watch the video in Tamil, I had given the link in description box. You can go and watch it. Give a thumbs up, share and subscribe to Science Easy Tech channel.